Hey guys, this is Gliscorium here, and I am bringing you the week 6, 7, 8 battles in the International Battle Association. In the week 6 game, I was against Nick and the Texas Tyrantrons, so let's get straight on into the battle. This week, he has brought Electros, Crobat, Arcanine, Garchomp, Lopunny, and Alolan Persian, and I've brought Tapu Bulu, Charizard, Alolan Muk, Kyurem, Hitmonlee, and Sizzle. So, I lead with the Kyurem, to try and catch off this potential Garchomp lead, as he actually leads with the Electros. So we make some double switches. It ends up me being in front of his Garchomp with my Tapu Bulu. Now I go for the Leech Seed here, and what I should have done here is gone for the Zen Headbutt, but I didn't want him to go for a potential poison type attack like a cross poison. So I switch into the Sizzle as he goes into Arcanine. Now, he actually makes a really interesting play here. Goes for the Burn Up, which is a really cool move that you don't see very often being used. But Nick is the type of player that would use Burn Up Arcanine. Now, I go for the knockoff here as he goes into Garchomp, and I get the lucky Poison Touch proc, which is pretty nice. Now, he goes to the Earthquake as I go into Bubuli. Now, this is fine for me. I can go for another Leech Seed on his potential Crobat switch in, which is exactly what happens here. I get the Leech Seed off on Crobat, and again, I just make the obvious play, just switch straight back into the Sizzle, and he just gets another U-turn off. So that's really bad for me. Now, he goes out into the Arcanine again, and I think right here, I just go out into the Charizard, sack it off. Charizard's kind of useful in this game, but he does have a Lopunny. He has the Crobat, which outspeeds me, and the extreme speed on the Arcanine. So, in reality, the Charizard wasn't greatest in this week. Now, I go into the Alolan Muk, go for the knockoff on his Alolan Persian switch in, and I get another Poison Touch proc, which is really nice this week. I'm really glad I brought it instead of Gluttony. Okay, so I switch out into the Hitmonlee, as I think I could easily be able to get a normal gem fake out on him and start cleaning up his team, but he goes into the Lopunny and he goes to the fake out, and now he would outspeed me there, so I don't know why he didn't just go for the return, but I switch out into the Tapu Bulu to try and keep my Hitmonlee around, and he misses the Toxic. Now that's really huge for me since he's not going to be able to get that passive damage on me. He goes out into the Crobat, he goes for the Cross Poison this time. He always seems to make the correct plays. That's something I've been noticing about him. Now, I should have gone for the Horn Leech here. I knew I should have as soon as I clicked the Protect, but it's really hard to make those plays sometimes. Now, he doesn't actually go for the Acid Spray right here, he actually goes for the Volt Switch, which is fine. He goes out into the Garchomp, and I think, what's he actually going to do against me? He actually goes for the Z Inferno Drive, putting me down to 1%. Now that's another time where I would have died if I had been Toxic Poisoned. And I go for the Leech Seed, which is really good because that means I don't get the Rough Skin damage on me that I would have got if I used Horn Leech. So that's really good for me. I go for the Protect here to get some health back. And now I think he's gonna go for the Cross Poison, isn't he? Because Brave Bird doesn't kill me, and U-turn definitely doesn't kill me. So I go into the Sizzle, and he makes the correct play again, going for the U-turn. He goes back into the Arcanine. This Arcanine pretty much just destroys my team. I don't really have a great counter to it, so he just goes for the Burn Up, killing that thing. Now I go out into the Hitmonlee, I go for the normal gem fake out, U-turn, normal gem fake out, sorry. But he could just go back into Lopunny, which outspeeds me, and it has fake out priority, and it's just such a great mon. He goes for the fake out on my Tapu Bulu switch, and I think I Protect here to get to, no, I go for the Leech Seed as he goes into the Crobat. Now, I go for the Protect here to get some more health back. And now I think I go for the Zen Headbutt and miss, I think. Yes, So he goes for the cross poison. No, I go for the Stone Edge and miss, sorry. Not Zen Headbutt. Zen Headbutt should have been my move, but unfortunately, my prep is bad, and I go for the Stone... I use the Stone Edge instead. So, that really screwed me over. I predict him to switch now, so I go for the Leech Seed, and it works out perfectly for me. Now, I think I go into the Scizor, predicting his cross poison. But he makes the correct play again! I can never get this guy right. He always makes the correct play. So, he's in here now against my Kieran, and he just goes out into the Electro, backing that off. And now he pretty much has the game with the Arcanine, since he can just go for the burn up 3 times to kill my whole team. So, that's pretty much going to be the week 6 game versus Nick or Reckless Bat. He played this game really, really well. Oh, actually, he goes the Toxic instead of going for the Burn Up. That kind of confuses me. This game was quite a while ago, so we'll see what happened. I go for the Horn Leech as he switches into Crobat, and I think I go for the Stone Edge here. Okay, he goes for the Cross Poison, doesn't end up killing me. I go for the Stone Edge, kill him. But at this point, the game's pretty much over. There's no way Kieran can actually pull through this. He goes into the Lopunny, kills me off with a Retaliate, and I go into Kieran, and he can... Oh, I go for the Draco Meteor here to try and reduce differential, but I do not get the crit, which is basically what I was trying for. So that's going to be the week 6 game versus Reckless Bat. Please check out his channel, guys. He's a really cool guy. Now, let's go on to the week 7. Okay, guys, welcome back. This is the week 8 game versus Quinn and the Cambridge Clefable. Let me just switch this around real quick. Ball music. So, he has brought the Blastoise, Tornadus, Furion, Azelf, Lantern, Incineroar, Purugly, and I've brought Rotom Wash, Kieran, Miltank, Scizor, Mega Charizard Y, and the Tapu Bulu. So, let's get straight on into the battle. He leads with the Blastoise, as I lead with the Rotom Wash. Pretty good for my part, as I can go for the Volt Switch. However, he does just switch into the Lantern, which is kind of what I was predicting. But at the same time, Lantern doesn't really do too much to me. So, I go into Kieran, as he can take any hit that the Lantern might want to go for. And he goes out into the Azelf, goes to the Stealth Rock, and he gets frozen. It's so unfortunate for him, but at the same time, his Azelf couldn't OHKO my Kieran, so it didn't matter for the most part, but it's still quite unfortunate. So he goes back into the Lantern, and then Volt switches out into the Blastoise. And I go out into the Tapu Bulu, as he can take any hit that this guy what might want to go for. And I go for the Horn Leech, killing off his Azelf. Pretty nice for me. Now he goes out into the Incineroar, and I go out into my dedicated switch, which is the Miltank. He goes to the U-turn. He's got lots of U-turn and Volt Switch on this team, which is kind of nice for him. Now I go for Thunder Wave on his Blastoise, and he gets the Scald Burn, which is kind of unfortunate. And we'll see later in this game, it's going to be really unfortunate. But we'll see that later in the game. I do go for the Stone Edge on his Tornadus, which does quite a lot of damage, almost putting him in range of Life Orb. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, but I can just go into the Scizor, and I predict that switch right there, going for the U-turn instead of going for the Bullet Punch, as he would predict me to. I go for the Trick, predicting his Lantern switch. However, he actually has the Assault Vest, which is really bad for me, since I can't just go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is what I would have liked to have done. So, I go into the Kieran here, as he Volt switches out into Purugly. He goes to the Iron Tail, misses obviously, but it wouldn't do too much to the Scizor. I go for another U-turn, which is really nice predictions at the moment, since he obviously thought I would go for the Bullet Punch. Now I go out into the Charizard, and I predict his Lantern switch, go for the Roost, making sure I can live another Stone Rocks switch in really easily. Go for the Solar Beam on the next turn to kill his Lantern. He goes into the Incineroar, obviously goes for the U-turn into the Tornadus. I live it, and kill him with the Air Slash on his Tornadus. Now I misplay here. I should have gone for the Air Slash, but instead I switch into the Sizzle because I'm an idiot, basically. So I go out into Kyurem here, and I think I go for the Earth Power. Yes. I go for the Earth Power. His Blastoise lives somehow. Now he goes out into the Krugly. Now. What I should have done here. His Iron Tail is too obvious. His return wouldn't kill my Kyurem. His Iron Tail is way too obvious. But, so I should have stayed in. I know he's banded at this point. I should have stayed in, predicting him to go for the return, because the Iron Tail was too obvious. And even if he did go for the Iron Tail, then I could go into the Rotom in the next turn and just go for 2 Hydro Pumps and win the game. But I'm an idiot, and I throw the game because I go into the Rotom here, as he goes for the return. 2 returns are going to be able to kill my Rotom here. Kyurem can't switch in on a return after Rocks damage. Now, the Milk Tank would have guaranteed lived this return, and I could have got Thunder Wave off on him. If he didn't get the burn early in the match. Obviously it scored burn, grumble. There's nothing you can really do about that. But he does get the burn, making it around a 50% roll for him to kill my Milk Tank right here. Obviously he gets the roll, which is really unfortunate for me. I go into Charizard, die to a return, and go out into Kyurem and die to another return. So that's going to be the game. I pretty much threw that game. I could have got a guaranteed 3-0 win. I could have also got the 2-0 win if I didn't get burnt, or if my Milk Tank lived the roll. But I did get a freeze on him earlier in the match, so obviously it kind of makes up for it. So that is going to be the Week 7 game versus Quinn. Definitely check out his channel too. He's a really cool guy. Unfortunately, he did leave the league. But he was really good battler, and he definitely could have made playoffs. So let's get straight on into the next battle. Okay guys, welcome to the final battle of this video versus Jonathan and the Sophisticated Stabilize. This week, he has brought Gyarados, Politoed, Druddigon, Weavile, Claydol, and Heatran, and I've brought Rotom Wash, Kyurem, Miltank, Scizor, Charizard, and Tapu Bulu. So, this is actually the same exact team as the last battle, because I guess I couldn't be bothered to build, because I was already pretty much guaranteed out of playoffs at this point. So, let's get straight on into the battle. Now, I lead with the Kyurem again, as he leads with the Heatran. Now, I could get the Earth Power off on him, so he obviously doesn't want to switch in. I should have predicted that and gone for the Ice Beam, but I'm an idiot. So, he goes into Claydol here and gets the Rocks up, which shouldn't have happened because I should have predicted that. But no, I do not. He goes out into the Politoed after his Claydol dies, and he goes for the Focus Blast, which wouldn't have done too much to my Rotom Wash, but it's still unfortunate for him that he missed. I go for the Volt Switch here, and go out into the Kyurem, which can destroy this Druddigon, send it into another dimension, with an Ice Beam. So he goes into Politoed, pretty obvious on his parts. I think I go out into the Tapu Bulu here, which would make sense. Nope, I go for a second Dragon Pulse, because, okay, yes, that's my mindset. I go for the Dragon Pulse so that he would be put in range of a Draco Meteor, because I know he's not going to go for another Focus Blast, because the Rotom Wash switching is too obvious, and the Tapu Bulu switching is too obvious. So, I think he's going to go for a Water-type attack, like a Scald or something, to try and burn my Tapu Bulu. So I stay in and go for the Dragon Pulse, so on the next turn, I could go for the Dragon Meteor, but he switched into the Weavile, meaning that I do a huge amount of damage to the Weavile, and I know he can't kill me in one hit, so I just go for a second Dragon Pulse. So he goes back into the Politoed. He obviously gets enough leftovers recovery to get out of Dragon Pulse range, but I drop the Draco on his ass and killing his Politoed, putting me in a huge and amazing position. He goes into the Gyarados here, as I go into the Rotom Wash, and he goes to the Dragon Dance. I think I just go for the Volt Switch it. Yep, go for the Volt Switch, go back into the Kyurem, which is such an amazing Pokemon. And I go for the Ice Beam here, as there's nothing he can really do to me. He has the Rock Slide, that's gonna do nothing. He has the Crit, it still doesn't kill me. I go for the second Ice Beam, killing off his Druddigon. I'm pretty sure Weavile only does like 50% to me anyway. Oh! Yes! So, that crit hurt a lot. His Rock Slide only did about 30% to me without the crit. So because of that crit, I would have been at around 60%. Because of the crit, I'm in range of the Weavile hit. Otherwise, I could have just gone for an Earth Power, killing the Weavile, another Earth Power to kill the Heatran, and an Ice Beam to deal with the Gyarados. But he got the crit, which means that I was in range of his Weavile. So I go into the Rotom here. Oh wait, no. Oh my god. Okay. It's so hard to keep up. So because of the crit, I had to switch out. I go into the Scizor here, as there's not much the Weavile can do to me. He goes to the Icicle Crash, it doesn't do too much damage. Now, here, he's going to be predicting the Bullet Punch. I go for the U-turn, predicting the Heatran switch. Oh my god, I aced that prediction. He does go into the Heatran, I go into the Rotom Wash here, and now, he thinks I'm going to go for another double prediction here. He thinks I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. Instead, I go for the Hydro Pump, killing off his Heatran. Oh, that was so good. Now I go back into the Scizor. He makes the correct play this time, going for the knockoff. And then you can Icicle Sharpie next turn. However, he has nothing that can push through my Milk Tank at this point. So it's just going to be a matter of me Thunder Waving, Milk Drinking, and Body Slamming his last two Pokemon. And finishing off this game, he goes to the Z move, Supersonic Sky Strike. It only does 50%. That shows how little damage this Gyarados can actually do to me. So I am just going to go for the Milk Drink, and I will go for 3 Body Slams to finish off this game. I actually get a crit. Doesn't matter too much. There's nothing this Gyarados could really do to push through my whole team. He gets the bounce off here. I think, yeah, I just go for another Body Slam. I should have gone for the Milk Drink to preserve differential, however, it doesn't really matter too much at this point. I go into the Tapu Bulu, go for the Horn Leech to finish off that game. So, well played to Jonathan. That is going to be the last game of this for me, since because of people leaving and battles not being played and stuff like that, this season has been called to a finish. I did finish 3 and 5, which is pretty decent. I should have gone for something higher, since how well I did in the first battle, but I did win big on the 2 games which I actually won. On the other, it was a forfeit versus my week 5 opponent, which is actually Retro Surge. So I hope you have enjoyed this season, guys. This is going to be it for me. I don't really know if there's going to be a season 2 of this. At the moment they are in playoffs, so you should definitely check out the playoff teams, the people who made playoffs. Anyway guys, this is going to be me signing off. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, remember to like, comment, subscribe for more. I'll see you guys in the next video.